Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about the frame structures. So I will discuss what are the frame structures first and then we will go for the numerical problems on frame structures. So the frame structure is the combination of beams, columns and slabs. The use of frame is to resist the moments which develop during the applied load. Or you can say a framed structure is a network of beams and columns joined up to form the skeletal framework of the building. The structural frame carries the total load of the building and transfers it to the foundation. So basically, what is the frame structure? You get the idea of that. What is the frame structure? Basically, it is the combination of beams, slab, and columns when they are joined together. So you will get the frame structure. So how can you find out moment on the and support reactions of the frame structures? So we are going to discuss in this video. So here is the diagram. This is concrete frame structure. You can see there are columns, slabs, beams, or are in the form of frame structure. So I'm moving, there are various types of frame structures also, but we will discuss in analysis of structures because we will study frame structures in depth in the analysis of structures. So right now, according to the perspective of engineering mechanics, I'm just going to discuss about the numerical problems on the frame structures. How can we find it out, the support reactions on the frame structures? So I am moving towards the next slide and you can see here, how can you calculate the moment? How can you find out the moment? For the first figure, you can see here is that, what is this? This is figure number A. You can say part A. So let me take a different color and you can see if I am going to sum up moment over here at point O. So for the moment at point O, what I have to do? For example, I am going to sum up moment at O. So I will rotate this force towards here. So when I rotate it here, so what does it mean by that? It is moving towards here. So it's up to you, whatever the direction you are taking positive and whatever the direction you are taking negative. For example, if I'm taking this direction positive, so this direction should be in the negative one. So here is the same case going over here, that it is this direction is the negative one. So what is happening over here, that it will become 100 into 2 because force into displacements. So we are going to multiply it 100 into 2. So you can see here 100 into 2 and you can see its direction, it is given over here. So it is not written minus sign over here in this question. So that's why, but when you are going to solve these types of numerical, so you have to consider according to your the direction, whatever you are taking it positive and whatever the direction you are taking is negative. So here it is saying that he is not in the book, that they are not taking it positive or negative, they are just showing the direction wherever its direction is. So it is telling you the rotation. So where is the rotation? So is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? So it's a clockwise direction, so it should be negative if you are dealing with the summation of the moment. In the previous videos, I already told you we are taking anti-clockwise direction positive and clockwise direction negative. So it means it should be minus 200 Newton into meter. So you can write down minus 100 into 2. So this is for the case A. So you can understand this is the simple one. But for this case, what you have to do, so this load is not directly acting on this line, and in this case there is a vertical load, but here it is a horizontal load, but it is somehow some distance, vertical distance, or you can say it is at the perpendicular distance. So what you have to do, it will be 0.75 multiplied by 50. So when you rotate it, so its rotation will be like this, because you are going to rotate it towards O. So its rotation towards here, so it is again negative. You can see here it is written over here that is its direction is negative. So it is showing to you. So what you have to do, you have to multiply 50 into 0.75. And you can see here then in figure 4-4b that 50 into 0.75. So you will get 37.5 Newton into meter. So for the next case, and now it is getting difficult for the C part. You can see over here what you have to do. You have this force and it is on the inclined plane, so you have to sum up moment here. So how can you sum up moment here? For example, if you have to rotate it here, and this distance is not given to you, but this distance, this inclined distance or hypotenuse line is given to you, and this angle is given to you. So what you have to do, you have to find out this length. So how can you find it out? I already told you, if you know the hypotenuse or angle, so how can you find out the perpendicular or base? So what you have to do here, you can apply cos theta equals to cos 30 degree equals to base upon hypotenuse. So let me write over here that cos 30 degree is equals to base upon hypotenuse. So what is base and what is hypotenuse? Let me discuss. Wherever the angle is attached to it, let me show it with the pointer options. So I'm taking it, for example, I'm taking it green color. I think it is not so much visible, but you can see this triangle. So you need to know this length. So if you know this length, so you can multiply with this length. So what you have to do, you must know this length. How can you find it out, this horizontal length? So base upon hypotenuse means what you have to do, cos 30 degree, cos 30 degree, and base is what? We have base is this. We don't know about this, and we know about hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is 2. So what you have to do, you have to multiply 2 into cos 30 degrees, so you will get your base. When you will get your base, so what you have to do, you have to multiply. Let me take another pointer option, color. For example, I'm taking black color. So what you have to do, you have to multiply this 40 into 4 plus this 2 cos 30 degree, or you can calculate it 2 multiplied by cos 30 degree. So you have to add in this length, and you, when you rotate it, so it's rotation towards here, and it is again clockwise direction, and if you are taking it negative, so it will be negative. So it's up to you. Right now we are not concerned with the positive or negativity, because you very well know, in equilibrium condition, if you are taking clockwise positive, so anti-clockwise is also automatically negative, and if you are taking anti-clockwise positive, so clockwise will become automatically negative. It's up to you. But right now what you have, what we are concerned about, we are concerned about the length when we are rotating the force towards the wherever we are going to sum up the moment. So we have to multiply its perpendicular distance. So let me tell you that there is a vertical load 40 pounds, so we have to multiply its horizontal length. So how can we do that? There is an inclined line over there, and that is of 2 feet. So what we have to do, we have to find out the base of this triangle, and this is this one. So we have to find out this first, then we have to multiply 40 into 4 plus 2 cos 30 degree. So hopefully it will be clear to all of you. And right now I'm now moving towards the D part. So what we have to do over here, look at it. Here is the force, and we need to know this perpendicular length, because when we rotate it, so it will rotate like this. Now the situation is different, and we are moving towards the anti-clockwise direction, and you can see in this 4D answer that its rotation is anti-clockwise, so direction is changed right now. So what we have to do, we have to find out this perpendicular length. So how can we do that? We know that this hypotenuse length, it is 1 foot, and this angle is 45 degrees. So what we have to do, we have to find out perpendicular. So sine 45, in this case, what you have to do, sine 45 degree is equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So what will be happen? We will put 1 foot here. So 1 multiplied by sine 45 degree is equals to perpendicular length. So what we have to do, we have to multiply 60 pounds into 1 sine 45 degree. So we will get what? We will get the moment here. So you can see into the 4-4D. Here you can see 60 pound into 1 sine 45 degree fit. So it is coming into anti-clockwise direction. So now it is positive. Now for E, what we have to do for E? we have to rotate this force towards here because we are going to sum up moment at O. So we have to multiply 7 into not 4 because this is 1 meter length. So we have to reduce this 4 meter length to 3 meter. So we will multiply this 7 kilonewton into 3 meter. So we will get it 21 kilonewton meter, and its direction you can see its direction again anti-clockwise. It will not be like this. So now, hopefully, it will be clear to all of you and how can you calculate for the frame structures as well. So we are going to move to solve different numerical problems related to frame structures. So how can we do that? Let me discuss over here. So hopefully it will be clear to all of you. And now, right now, I am moving towards the next slide. So let me rub this one, this circle, so it will be clear to all of you. So let me take an ink color, any of it, and moving towards the next slide. So this is the frame numerica. So what we have to do, it's very difficult. No, not at all. It's not difficult. So what we have to do over here, let me select any color. For example, I'm taking purple color over here. It is roller. So what we have to do, it will be dy. It is dy, and this is hinge support. So we have two supports here, that is ay, and this will be ax. This will be ax. So what we have to do, first we have to convert the UDL into its concentrated load. So how can we do that? Let's do it right now. So for example, I'm taking red marker over here and I'm going to write it here. So its length is 10 meter. It is around, or it is it is around on 10 meter. So what we have to do, we will are going to convert it into concentrated load. So 15 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 10 meter. So this is the way to convert it, cancel meter to meter. And when for example 15 into 10, so it is coming out to be 150 kilonewton. So we can write P here 150 kilonewton. So it is converted, and what we have to do, this distance is from, it will be 10 divided by 2 as we do in the beams. So this is 10 divided by 2 meter, and this will also be 10 divided by 2 meter. So what we have to do now, what we have to do, we have to sum up moment at A. Because why we are going to sum up moment at A? Because point A, or you can say the support A, is having two support reactions. So we have to sum up moment at A. So what will happen, we will get the value of dy. So how can we do that? So I am moving towards the next slide. How can we do it? In this slide we are going to solve it. So let's start. Here we go. So I'm taking maroon color over here, and I am going to tell you this is P equals to 150 kilonewton. I think it's the easiest numerical to make your concept clear. So this one, I am having flu, so it's happening because it is a season, and we have to find out this is support reactions. This one is AX. I always feel to be good when you are going to teach when we are going to teach someone. So we have to be very friendly. So it will be very helpful. So what we have to do, we are going to sum up moment at A. So let me write it down. Summation of the moment at A. I am writing with a mouse here. So for example, I am taking this direction positive anti-clockwise. It's up to you. So now I have to sum up all the forces at point A. So how can we do that? Let me take another pointer option, and that is of black color. I will rotate this force towards A. So what it will become? And you know that this is 5 meter, and we will divide it equally on the both sides for the UDL, uniformly distributed load. So what we have to do, it's this direction is negative, so 150 into 5, so minus 150 into 5, because it is a vertical distance, so vertical force, so we have to multiply with the horizontal distance, so it will be 5 millimeter. So what is next? We have to rotate this force towards A, so its direction will be anti-clockwise, so it is positive, so plus 90. And because joint support A and support D is having this is at the same length, so obviously it will multiply with the 4 meter. We are summing up moment at A, so its rotation will be like this, so 9 in 90 into 4. The next is what? We have to rotate this force towards A, and its rotation again positive. So we have to write it down positive. This distance is 10. This is the vertical force, so we will consider this horizontal length. So it will be 10 dy. So we have to solve it out. So equals to 0. So what we are going to do? 5 zeros are 0, 5 fives are 25, 5 ones are 5, and this will become, let me erase it, this will become 7. So 5 ones are 5 fives are 25, 5 ones are 5, and 750 minus 4 zeros are 0, 4 nines are 36. We can check it with the calculator as well. Equals to, you can write it down, just 10 dy. We have to solve it. So what we have to do? So let me do it with the calculator. So minus 750 plus 360, it is coming out to be minus 390. And we can also check the value of minus 10 dy. So 0 0 cancel. So therefore, and minus minus is also cancelled. So let me check it again. 150 into 5 minus 750 plus 90 into 4 divided by 10. So it is coming out 39. So dy is coming out to be positive 39 kilonewton. So we get the support reaction dy. This is the way to calculate support reactions. Okay. Right now we are not concerned with the answers. We are concerned with what? We are concerned with the concept. So this is the way you can calculate it. So now I am moving towards to calculate support reactions AX and AY. So how can I do that? May I rub this? Hopefully it will be clear to all of you. And dy we are getting 39 kilonewton. So let me rub it. So I am going to rub this. I rub this one. Okay, next I am doing what? I am doing what, for example, I am going to sum up vertical forces here. Vertical forces sum is equals to 0 and upward direction is positive. So AY plus DY minus 150. There is no another vertical force, only AY, DY and minus 50. So we will put AY plus dy value is 39 minus 150 equals to 0. So AY is coming out to be how much? 39 minus 150. It is coming out 111 positive because it is negative towards there. So it is 111 kilonewton. So we get AY dy, and now what we have to find out? We have to find out AX, and you can see when we are going to sum up AX, horizontal forces, so we will get AX equals to 90 kilonewton because there is only two horizontal forces here. So let me rub, for example, I am going to rub this and I am going to sum up horizontal forces. Horizontal forces like this. So AX positive minus 90 equals to 0. AX equals to 90 kilonewton. This is AX AY. Now, what does it mean by that? We have calculated all the support reactions. So this is the way you can calculate the support reactions. And one more thing I want to tell you over here, you can also sum up moment at B, C, A, D, wherever you want to, at every point. But here what we are concerned with, where we are going to find out maximum support reactions. So if we will get all the support reactions, so it is enough for us. So we have calculated. So normally the questions comes in the exams like this. You have to calculate the reactions at the supports in this in the given frames structure. So this is the way you have to solve it out. So I am moving towards the next slide. Hopefully it will be clear to all of you how can you find out the support reactions in the frame structures. So here is another numerical. It is quite like same as we have done earlier, but I want to make it more clear to all of you. So let me start to do that. So I'm moving towards the next slide where we will solve this. So here what we have to do, first we have to convert UDL into point load. So how can we convert it? P is equals to 1.6 into 20 feet. So 1.6 into 20 feet. So fit cancel and we will get 1.6 into 20 means 1.6 into 20 is coming out to be 32. So it will be 32 kip. So it's done. Now what we have to do, we have to recognize how many support reactions we have to find it out. So here is hinge support. So we have to find out AX and AY. And at roller support we have only find out dy. So what we have to do, for example, again we are going to sum up a moment at point A. So I am taking this and I am going to sum up moment at A. Again as we do earlier in the question. After watching this lecture, I am very much confident that you will be able to solve any type of problems or related to frame structures. You can easily calculate the support reactions. And right now, I'm not talking about the shear force and bending moment diagrams of frame structures, because it is included in the analysis of a structure, not the part of engineering mechanics. So right now, what we are going to do, we are going to sum up moment at A, and we have to rotate this force like this. So it will become negative because we are taking this direction positive, so this will be negative. So when we have to rotate it at moment 6 kip into 8 feet, because its perpendicular distance is 8 feet. Next is what? You know that this is whole 20 feet, so it will divide it into two portions. So 20 divided by 2, 20 divided by 2, so it will become 10 feet, 10 feet. So I will rotate this here. So its rotation, if it is here, so it is again negative. So it is opposite, which we have supposed to be positive. So 32 into 10. So the next force is only the support reaction is left. So we will rotate this force like this. So when we rotate it towards here, so what will happen? So its direction is positive, so we will take it, and 20, it's the distance between A and D is 20 feet, so it will be plus 20 dy is equals to 0. So what we have to do, we have to solve it out this problem. 6 into 8 minus then 320, obviously 32 into 10 equals to 320, so it is coming out to be 368. Negative 368, when it brings towards opposite to equals to sign, so it will become positive 1, so we will divide it with 20. So what it becomes, it is coming out to be 18.4. So dy is coming out to be 18.4. 18.4 kips. So this is the support reaction dy. Now I am going to sum up vertical forces. So what we have to do, so for the support reactions, vertical forces, we have to sum up ay plus dy minus 32. Now what we have to do, we have to put the value of dy here, so we will get ay. So what we have to do, we will put the value of dy here, 18.4 minus 32 equals to 0. So 18.4 minus 32 is coming out to be 13.6. So ay will become 13.6 positive kips. So this is the way to calculate ay. Now I am moving towards what? I am moving towards horizontal forces. So summation of fx, there is only two horizontal forces. So I brought it, sorry, I wrote it summation fy. So what we have to write it down, fx is equals to 0. So ax positive, and this one is my, obviously both are positive, both is having same direction, so it is equals to 0. So ax will come out equals to minus 6 kip. So what does it mean by that? Whatever the direction we have supposed that was wrong, So its direction should be on the left, so it is negative. So it's up to you if you want to write down ax equals to minus 6k, or you can change its direction, but whenever you add it or take it anywhere, so it will be minus 6. So hopefully it will be clear to all of you how can you calculate the support reaction in the frame structure. Now I'm moving towards the next slides, and we are going to solve another problem of this. Let's see what is the frame problem. So it is again another problem here, and what we have to do here is the fixed support, and we are not going to solve it with the fixed support because we are the beginners. So what we have to do, we will just discuss these types of numericals later on, hopefully. But right now we are concerned with the ruler, so we are going to take ruler over here, and there is a hinge support. So I'm moving towards the next slide, and how can we do that? So we will solve this. So this is ruler over here. So for example, I have to write down this is A, B, C, and this is D. Let's start with the calculation. How many support reactions will come over here? There will be only one support reaction. This is AY, and this will be what? So this is DX, and this one is DY. So how can we solve this? Let's start. First, we have to convert this uniformly distributed load into the concentrated load. So how can we do that? We will multiply 2 with 30. So when should have to multiply the 2 kip per fit into 30 fit. So 2 into 30. So it is coming out to be what? It is coming out to be 60 kip. And here will be 30 divided by 2. And this will be 30 divided by 2. So what we have to do, it means obviously 15 fit here, 15 fit here. So we are going to sum of moment at D right now. So let's start with summation of moment at D. So how can we do that? Let's start. So this one. So what we have to do now, the direction should be changed because we are going to sum of moment at D. So first of all, we are going to sum up, we will rotate this one. So let me take another pointer color in color. So we will rotate towards here. So it will be obviously positive 60 into its horizontal distance will be this one, 15 feet. So it will be multiplied with 15. So, and its rotation will be like this at point D. So you can say this is direction like this. So its rotation is negative minus 10. It's a horizontal force, so it will multiply with the vertical distance, this distance. So this distance is 15 feet. So it is 15 feet. So the next is what? We will multiply, we will rotate this force. So its direction is negative. Its direction should be negative. So minus 30, because the distance between A and D is 30 feet. So it will become 30 AY. If you want to see its direction, if you are confused, so let me rotate it like this. So its rotation opposite to this direction. So it is clockwise direction, and clockwise we are taking is negative. And its direction is positive, and its direction is negative. So what we have to do, we have to multiply 60 into 15, and it is coming out to be 900. It will be 150 when we multiply 15 into 10, so it is coming out to be 150, and this will be 30 AY. So let's write the direct answer of AY is coming out to be what? 900 minus 150 divided by 30. So it is coming out to be 25. 25 kip. This is A. Now what we have to do, we have to sum up vertical forces. How can we do that? Let's start. So when we are going to sum up vertical forces, so AY plus DY minus 60, 0. So 25 plus DY minus 60, because we already got the value of AY, so we will put it here. So 25 minus 60 is coming out to be 35. Minus 35, so it will become positive 35 when we bring it opposite to equals to sign. So it is 35 kip. So now what we are going to do, we have to sum up horizontal forces. So let's start with doing horizontal forces. How can we sum up? So let me take red marker. So summation of fx is equals to 0. Direction is positive. So what we have to do, we have to sum up horizontal forces, so its direction is positive and this direction is negative. So there were only two forces, horizontal forces here. So dx is equals to coming out to be 10 kips. So this is 10 kips. So this is the way to calculate the support reactions of the frame structure. So now these were the three numericals. Now we are moving towards the another numerical, and I have given this numerical in the exam. I don't exactly remember the year, but I have given this numerical. So it is quite little bit different from the previous numerical because that were very much easier. Now what we have to do, we have to break these inclined forces into its two components. Then we have to sum up moment. Now what we have to do, first of all, we have to find out support range. We have to break its component of these forces. Obviously its components will also be broken. We have to break or resolve these forces into its components. And how can we do that? Let's do, this is problem number 4. So let's start, it's quite lengthy. Obviously I will give these types of numericals in the exam. So what we have to do, let's discuss here. So we are going to resolve these forces into its components. And one more thing what we have to do here is to convert this UDL force into concentrated point load. So what we have to do, we will multiply P equals to 22 multiply by 1.5. So what we have to do, multiply by 1.5, it's 33, because it is on it is spread on the distance of 1.5 meters. So we are going to multiply 1.5, so it is coming out to be 33. Let me check again. And I must tell you here, we are not concerned with the values right now. With here we are concerned with the basic concept. So 22 into 1.5, it is coming out to be 33 Newton, because meter and meter cancel. So what we have to do, it is become 350. Angle is attached with the base, so it will be cos 32 degree. So this is 350 sine of 32 degree. Okay, done. Now we have to find it, sort it out this as well. So how can we do that? Let me take another color marker. So here will be, you can see the angle is attached with the perpendicular line. So what we have to, it will become base. So right now it will be, the horizontal will be 250 sine 25 degree. It will be like this, and this will become 2250 into cos of 25 degree. Now what we have to do, we have to write down the support reactions. So how many support reactions will come over here? So I'm taking purple color. This is hinge support, so I'm taking it is A, B, C, D, because it doesn't have throughout UDL na, so we are taking 3 points here. This is E. Wherever the load is come, we will give its point. This will be AY, this will be AX, and this will be FY. Now what we have to do, we have to sum up moment at point A. So right now we are going to sum up moment at A. And how can we do that? This is positive, this direction is positive. So I am taking red pointer over here. So the equation will be quite lengthy. So first of all, we are going to discuss with this force. So when we rotate this force here, let me take another pointer color and it's orange. Its direction is negative. So when we rotate it, so it should multiply with the vertical distance. So it will be 9 meter. 5 plus 4 because we are summing up moment at A. So it will be, let me take another pointer color, and that is, for example, I'm taking red, and it is negative. Opposite whatever we have, 350 cos of 32 degree multiplied by 9. Next force is what? Let me see. This force, this is vertical force and it doesn't have any horizontal line, so it will become 0. So this will be become 0 if we are going to sum of moment at A. So let me talk about this distance, this force. So this is 33 Newton, and when we have to divide this distance, 1.5 divided by 2, and this will be 1.5 divided by 2. So what will happen when we rotate this force here? So it will be negative, and 1.5 divided by 2 plus this 5 meter. So what we have to do, minus, let me take another pointer color option. For example, I'm taking purple color. This is 33, this one is 33, and it should be multiplied with 1.5 divided by 2 plus 5. So 1.5 divided by 2 plus 5 is coming out to be 5.75. 5.75. So the next force is what? Next is this one. There are two forces here. So what we have to do? So let me take another pointer option. Color is, for example, I'm taking green color here. So this will rotate like this. This vertical force I'm talking about. This is component of. So when I rotate this towards A, so it will be negative, minus, and it will be 250 cos of 25 degree multiply by its horizontal distances from A to F is 5 plus 1.5, it means 6.5. We have shorter space, so what we have to do, we can write down the equation here. So what we are going to do, this is the horizontal force. So I am taking this, and its direction, this force will rotate like this, and its rotation is positive, and its length, let me decide it. How can we do that? It is positive. It is right now this equation is going on. So it is positive and it is 250 into sine 25, and it will multiply with the distance is how much? Let's we decide. You know that this is 9 meter and this is 2.5 meter. So we are going to sum up moment at A. So what we have to do, we need this distance. So how can we do that? We will subtract 2.5 because it is lying here. So it is at the distance of 2.5 meter. So we will subtract 2.5 meter from 9 meter. The amount left, we will multiply it with that. So 9 minus 2.5, we will get 6.5. So the distance from here till point A means you can say from here till here, it is coming out to be 6.5. So we will take it 6.5 here. And one last force is left. This equation is in the continuity, this force, Fy. So where we will rotate it, it will rotate like this. So it will positive one. So positive Fy into, again, 5 plus 1.5, so 6.5. So we will be able to calculate F5 from here. So what is coming out? Let we check it. Minus 350 into cos of 32 degree multiply by 9. So it is coming out to be 26 minus 2671.35 minus 33 multiplied by 5.75. So it is coming out 189.7, 180. Let me rub this. So what we have to do, it is coming out to be 189.75. Next is what? 250 into cos of 25 multiplied by 6.5. So 1472.75. So it is 6.5, 1472.75, 75. This one. And now what we are going to do, 250 into sine 25 multiply by 6.5. So it is 686.75. It is plus, yeah, like, I'm going to write it here, 6.5 Fy equals to 0. So now let me solve it. 2671.35 minus 189.75 minus 1472.75, 1472.75 plus 686.75 divided by 6.5. So the answer is coming out to be 5 Fy is equals to, it will be the positive one, Fy is equals to 561.09 Newton. So this is the way you can calculate the support reactions Fy. So hopefully you will understand this one. How can you calculate your support reactions? But obviously the questions come complicated in the exams, so obviously you have to do it accordingly. So this is the way you will calculate sum of one moment. Now what we have to do, we have to sum of horizontal forces and vertical forces, because we get it Fy here. So now what we I am going to tell you, I am going to write it down, 561.09, and we are moving towards the summation of vertical forces and summation of horizontal forces. So let's start. So let me rub all this. Hopefully you will understand it and it will be clear to all of you. So I'm not going to rub erase all ink from the slide, because it will clear all the work done which I have done on the picture as well on the diagram. So that's why I'm going to clear it manually, not automatically. So now what we have to do, we are going to sum up horizontal forces or vertical forces. So let me check how many vertical forces we have and how many horizontal forces we have. So it's up to you. You are going to sum up horizontal forces first, so it's up to you whatever you are going to do. So first one, Ax positive, we are going to sum up horizontal forces first. This one, 350 plus 350 cos of 32 degree. Now this one is the horizontal force. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 are the horizontal forces. And this is minus, subtracted 250 sine 25 degree. So we will calculate it here. So Ax plus 350 into cos of 32 degree. So it is 296.81. 36.81 minus 250 into sine 25. So it is 105.65. 5.65 equals to 0. So Ax is become, let's check, 296.81 positive minus 105.65. So it is coming out to be positive. So Ax is coming out to be negative, minus 191.16 Newton. So if it is minus, so whatever the direction we have supposed it, so it was wrong. So its direction towards the left hand side. So now we are going to move on to sum up. Let me take another pointer color. Let me take light blue. Upward positive, summation of Fy is equals to 0. So what we have to do, Ay plus Fy, these are the two vertical forces, Fy, and then this one, 350, it should be minus 350 sine 32 degree, and then what, this one, 33 Newton minus 33, because it is downward, it is also downward, so it should also be negative. 250 cos of 25 degree. equals to 0. So we are going to take another pointer color and we are going to put the value of Fi that we have calculated when we were summing up moment at A. So Ay plus 561.09. Let me erase it. And this is what we are going to take it, green color, 561.09 minus, so 350 into sine 32 degree, 185.47, 185.47 minus 33 minus 250 into cos of 25 degree. So it is 226.57. 0.57 equals to 0. So what we have to do, 561.09 minus 185.47 minus 33 minus 226.57 minus 33 minus 226.7, 185.473 and 561 positive. So the answer will be positive one. So Ay is, if it is positive, because its value, I think it's very small. Let me do it again. No, it is small, so it is positive. So whatever the direction we have supposed it, so it should be downward. 0.05, because it is positive 1, equals to 0. So let me check it again. 561.09 minus 185.47 minus 33 minus 226.57. So 116.05 positive. So it will be coming out to be minus 116.05 Newton. So we have calculated the support reaction. So it has taken more time as compared to the previous numericals. So you can see over here that we have calculated Ax, Ay and Fy. So hopefully it will be clear to all of you how can you calculate support reactions and what are the ways you can calculate it. So be careful whenever rotating your force. So you have to be very careful about the positive and negative direction. For example, in when we are summing up horizontal forces, see Ax, its direction is positive, its direction is positive, its direction is positive, it's negative. So we have taken these two direction positive, this one is negative. For example, this is positive, upward positive, and this is downward negative, downward negative. So we have taken it negative, and this is again negative. So these three were negative, but the value comes out even after that, it is very small. So that's why 561.09 is the positive, is the highest value. So let me do that. What is coming out to be 226.57. So it is coming out to be smaller value. It is coming out 445.05. So that's why it's coming out to be minus 1. So we are not concerned with right now. We whatever the sign is coming out, but be careful. If it is negative 1, so it should be towards the left, and it is negative, so it should be downward. It is upward. So this is the way to calculate the support reactions. This was the frame solution 4. Hopefully it will be clear to all of you and you will understand it. If you have find any query and difficulty in solving these frame structures, so you can ask me anytime. I'm available 24/7, so I will reply you in the chat box and help you out. Thank you so much.